It is one last night before one last fight here at the world-famous Monster Factory. Hello, everyone. Alongside Devlin Ridley, I'm Ferran Burgundy, and we are here for TRL 67.
So nice to be back with you on
Hallsboro, New Jersey. And welcome to Total Wrestling Live. Before we begin, right before I came out here, I was sent this by Coach Danny Cage to read to all of you. Hi, everyone. I'm not in tonight for TRL because I'm out getting some awesome giveaways for one last fight. But what I wanted to let you know is tonight is our last TRL of 2024. And when we come back in 2025, we will begin charging $5, but not for everyone. All children will still be able to attend TRL for free. Now have a good time tonight. Cheer the ones you love, boo the ones you hate, but above all, have fun. Thank you, and I love you all, Coach Danny Cage.
This last TRL of the year is going to be a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Day is December 13th, 2024.
From Ciudad de Mexico, weighing in at 195 pounds, Sosa, the Aztec prize fighter.
We kick off the last TRL before the last fight with Sosa in our very first match here tonight, Ferran. Tell me a little bit about this man.
Well, he has a boxing background as well as a high-flying lucha-style offense. Certainly makes for a very unique combination, to say the least. Trained out in the Pacific area in Oregon Pro Wrestling. And he wrestled throughout the Pacific Northwest, but came out here to the East, and what better place to do so than here at the world-famous Monster Factory in the MFPW.
Of course, you can't have a TRL.
And his opponent.
Can't have a TRL
From
opening
New
match.
Jersey, weighing in at 170 pounds, Sebastian Valentino.
Let's say you can't have a TRL opening match without this man, Sebastian Valentino. He's been on a bit of a roll here, Ferran.
Most certainly has. Debuted back in the summertime this year, back at TRL 42, and has been very impressive throughout. Should be an interesting battle of styles, to say the least. Sebastian, a high-flying individual, as is Sosa. We'll see who gets the edge here.
Sosa clearly looking for some encouragement from the crowd here. I believe this is the first time these two have met in a one-on-one match.
Most certainly. There is the bell. We are set to go.
A little faint. Good old-fashioned collar and elbow tie-up in the center. Both men struggling for position. Sosa winning the initial power game here.
Yeah, it does have a little bit of a size advantage, about 25 pounds overall.
Beginning is he likes to rub it in too. Sebastian not going to let it slide. Gets a headlock immediately. Sosa down to one knee. It's going to be a very tight headlock for On. Wrenching it back on. Uh-oh.
Not quite able to get separation, but now does so, and is a shoulder tackle.
Good shoulder tackle. Got enough for that one. Good old-fashioned drop. Cartwheels over the drop down. Japanese-style arm drag there. And another one. That always unique, always innovative offense from Sebastian Valentino. What's he going for? He's got...
Oh, they're looking for a backslide. Who's going to get the advantage here?
Oh, Sosa looks like he reversed it.
Dropping, driving, only getting two.
Early kick out from Sebastian. Sosa weaves through the line.
But finds a boot to the midsection, picks up a head of steam, and looking for that wheelbarrow.
Beautiful wheelbarrow arm drag there by Sebastian. Sosa is a little reeling there. Gets some momentum. Stopped immediately.
Crossbody block, but caught. And there is that power advantage and right into a backbreaker, hanging on now.
Didn't even drop him, man. Look at the power of Sosa.
Into a Michinoku driver for two.
Sebastian kicked out with such force he flipped completely over.
A very emphatic kick out, to be sure. Sosa having a bit of a jawing with some of the fans here, is now putting the boots here to Sebastian Valentino. Now looking for a suplex, vertical suplex, does so. Hangs on here.
Oh, all right. Sosa thought he was going to go for the old-fashioned Three Amigos. Instead hits him with the, what I like to call brain damage. Many influential wrestlers have used that kind of knee strike as a way of destabilizing their opponents, keeping them on their toes. Now it's Sosa's time to absolutely light up Sebastian in the corner, Ferran.
Yeah, a series of shoulder blocks to the midsection, trying to drive the wind out of the opponent. Now, a lot of momentum into that kick in the corner, that stomp in the corner, rather. Now, good ring positioning, but not quite, as just able to reach the ropes is Sebastian Valentino.
Sosa looks like he puts a lot of his time and effort into hurting Sebastian, less focused on picking up the win. You saw he drove all of his weight into that drop kick in this corner, but didn't have the wherewithal to get him within arm's reach of the ropes.
Well, he thought that Sebastian was pulled far enough out, just a bit of a peripheral miscalculation, I would imagine. Now dropping the elbow. And now hooking the leg definitely in the center of the ring, and in pulling that leg back, perhaps a little too much momentum to allow Sebastian Valentino to get that shoulder up.
Hey, if there's one thing Sebastian knows how to do, is he knows how to fight from the ground up. Plenty of people have stomped the crap out of him, and he's always eaten it all with a smile. Got up, drop kicked them, whooped their asses, you know.
Splash into the corner, now over to the other side, charging in again. And Sosa continuing the momentum here.
Sosa. Hit the splash once, shame on you. Hit the splash twice, shame on you. Look at that!
Tornado DDT, but the damage done, and Valentino not quite able to capitalize, but Sosa, at least for the moment, looked like he was out.
I say he probably rocked Sosa's dome a lot there with that tornado DDT. Gives Sebastian just enough time to get into it. Sosa's probably seeing some stars right now. Blocks the right. Sebastian with some rights of his own ducks the third one. There's that drop kick I was talking about earlier, Ferran. Driving Sosa back. There's some force on that thing.
Well, absolutely. Legs are some of the most powerful muscles in the body, and certainly showing there as well. Now, trying for the whip to the other side, but countered, ducks the clothesline, pace quickening here.
Uh-oh, tilt-a-whirl, head scissors.
Indeed.
Sosa flung into the corner. Sebastian's feeling it right now. Sebastian can see blood in the water.
Knees to the midsection.
That double arm snapmare. Boom, boom, lining him up. Here comes that cross body.
Second rope cross body from the most dangerous rope, but not dangerous enough for the 3 count.
Sosa likes to keep things grounded. Sebastian's much more of a high flyer. A very classic wrestling clash of styles. Always engaging to watch. We got Sebastian.
Well, Sosa can take to the air here, and having nothing doing of it is Sosa there. Realizing maybe best to kind of counter with the same thing. Oh, step up enziguri, nicely done.
Sebastian was going for that devastating head scissors DDT there. Sosa had it scouted though. What's Sosa doing? He's going to the outside. Like a swanton from the outside.
Calls that Sosa Hilo. It's the slingshot rolling senton.
Slingshot rolling senton. We say Sosa Hilo it's called?
Yep, and now perhaps looking for that salute from Sosa, that top rope splash going all the way up into the high rent district.
Hey, gravity ain't gonna be too kind to Sebastian. Oh, no. Lordy!
Shakes it up.
That's a
the
swanton
bomb, exactly. And the cover, the 2 and the 3.
Here is your winner, Sosa, the Aztec Prize Fighter.
Yeah, Sosa taking a page out of Sebastian's high-flying style with that beautiful swanton on the top rope. Sends a message, look out, Monster Factory roster. I'm here. I'm going to swanton all of you. And he walks away from the ring with a smile and the dub.
He most certainly does.
See Sebastian hanging his head in defeat, but he's got to refocus. He's got a couple weeks before factory reboot when TRL kicks back up.
I mean, before we get there, though, we have one last fight coming up tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, right here. You can see it live on YouTube, where you'll see all 3 members of World Renown taking on the Monster Factory All-Stars, Goldie, Mike Z, and a mystery partner.
I do love mystery partners, Faran. They're my favorite thing about wrestling. All this speculation as to who could be coming out to help Mike Z and Goldie. Oh my God, Faran. You were saying something earlier about Paul McCartney screwing around with a synthesizer, and here comes Pete Posse out to the worst Christmas song in history.
Well, I'll leave that opinion to you here. Let's see what these guys have to say.
Even though you deserve nothing. No skibbity rizzle Christmas for you kids.
Mariah Carey, eat your heart out.
No skibbity what did he
No,
say?
no, but seriously.
You're about 40 years too early for that joke, Faran.
Look. Yeah, you all been naughty. You keep that. That's enough with the guff, all right? I'm trying to give you a Christmas present here.
I do love it when these guys get called losers. It brings such happiness and warmth to my heart, as the Christmas spirit should go.
I am trying to give you the gift of my posse tonight.
A wonderful Christmas
Now
present.
listen, tomorrow at One Last Fight, there's this main event, and there's a mystery third partner.
We just
But
mentioned
yeah,
it.
here's the thing. They're going to lose if one of my 3 people is not in that matchup.
They're going to win if all 3 of them are in there.
Because when you talk about the Monster Factory All-Stars, you are talking about Milton Model, Isaac Taylor, or the Italian Tag. So here's what's going to happen. Because Danny Cage isn't here tonight, so I'm heard very clearly. That's right. Who's giving the orders? Who's running the show? Who's the boss? I'm the boss, and that's right. We're going to issue an open challenge right now. Whoever comes out here, we're going to beat them, and then we're going to be in the main event tomorrow night at One Last Fight.
Oh, be careful what you wish for, Pete Carter, because here comes Chris Desmond and Brian Morris. What a lovely Christmas sweater. Look at that. Brian
Don't
Morris.
exactly seem to be on the same page here.
Well, you should have seen this coming after the whole thing at Turkey Slam when Chris Desmond threw out his world-renowned brethren, Nick Petit and Brian Morris. He wants to do things on his own now. He's a man. He won this year's Turkey Slam Rumble all by himself. And now he's marching towards Pete's Posse. I mean, Karan, how do you like any one of these guys' chances in the ring right now? Who's your pick?
I mean, Desmond certainly has the momentum there, decked in the halls of Gotham, I would suppose, as far as the gear goes.
It's a lovely Christmas sweater right there. I see Isaac Taylor is the victim chosen tonight.
How do you say victim? I mean, do you not have faith in Pete's Posse?
I hear your question, and I will raise you. Have you not been seeing Chris Desmond over the last couple of weeks? Man is running on a gear we didn't know he could run on. This man is crazy right now.
You're not incorrect there, but you know, any given match is all I'm saying. There's at least a chance, and I think that's what Pete's Posse is going for here.
Isaac
Yes,
Taylor did beat Goldie once.
The momentum is all on Chris Desmond's side, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's just a foregone conclusion. Well, maybe not.
Well, Isaac Taylor, I guess you took one too many quips of the crowd. Chris Desmond is here to make you suffer. Catches him with a couple hip tosses and a body slam right in the middle. For Chris Desmond, this is business as usual. Another day in the office. Oh. Oh, he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing. Welcome to this episode of Counting Stomps with Chris Desmond. Caps it off with a good leg drop from Chris Desmond. See the other members of Pete's Posse being like, how could this happen? That is, let's go. Ah, there's
Cowboy
Pete
Pete up on the rope. And there's Milton Malo.
Taking out Tank. Isaac, though.
Just enough of a distraction.
Crouching Desmond on the top rope. Had to have been a bad landing for him. I don't care how good you are. If you fall off the top rope like that, it's got to be bad for you, man. There's one thing I won't fault Isaac Taylor for is seizing the opportunity. He's not going to get a lot of those in this match.
Well, he's definitely maximizing those opportunities now with shoulders into the midsection of Chris Desmond.
He's got to push. He can't let up on him, man. The second he lets up on Chris Desmond, Chris is going to find a path. Chris is going to find an opening like that. Yeah, don't let Chris Desmond throw those rights or lefts. You got to keep on him, Isaac.
Big neck breaker. Holds the leg, but Desmond a little too crafty to stay under for very long.
I didn't think that was a 2 count for on.
Well, the Posse certainly objecting to the count, but
well, hopefully the Posse knows how to count.
Negotiating those counts usually don't work well. I was having that discussion with Pete Carter right here at the commentators table last week.
Well, Pete Carter last week wanted to coach me. I'm going to coach Pete Carter, learn how to count to 3. Ref's hand hits the mat once, count to 1. Ref's hand hits the mat twice, count to 2.
Nice to get that little bit of education out there before the holiday break, but that notwithstanding, trading rights here are Isaac Taylor and Chris Desmond.
That was a good DDT though, Ferran. Let's see if it puts him away.
Float over DDT, will it be enough? It will not.
3 minutes, 20 seconds in, Isaac gets his first actual 2 count. Pete's Posse still think it's 3. See the crowd solidly behind Desmond here.
Most certainly, and Isaac Taylor, that's been something that Cowboy Pete Carter has been attempting to coach him on is, well, not losing his temper, not kind of going into those tantrum-like states.
Hey, when has throwing a tantrum ever really done anything bad for anyone in professional wrestling except, you know, all the time? Whoa, hey, what is that? Oh, Malo trying to run interference. Isaac Taylor, ho! And like a collection of bowling pins, there go Pete's Posse.
And now from the second rope, a dangerous rope. Leg lariat and a beauty.
Isaac Taylor's probably regretting every choice he's ever made. There's the line. Make it 2 for on. Ducks, oh, weaves the third. Double underhooks. The message.
Now looking to go up once again. Desmond all the way to the top.
There's that spiral tap. Right to the shoulders. There's the 3 count.
Here is your winner, Chris Desmond.
Chalk another W up for Chris Desmond for on. He walks into one last fight with some momentum for his team.
But there is, of course, still that mystery. Who will the partner be alongside Goldie and Mike Z? And moreover, as we've seen little semblances of friction along the way here since Turkey Slam, will World Renown all be on the same page?
As Chris celebrates his victory, remember, he's got that guaranteed title shot he can use anytime within a year. He must be on the high of his life right now, Ferran.
Most certainly. Time will tell where things go here for Chris Desmond. Of course, also tomorrow at One Last Fight, we have the tag team titles on the line. New champions Controlled Chaos, Papa Juice and Kid Chaos, defending against the Broad Street Bullies, Jake Manley and Liam Black.
I have nothing but all the respect in the world for these two men. Papa Juice, the dad, Kid Chaos, the son. Together, I mean, look at them. Look at those beautiful belts around their waist. Look at that incredible father-son inspirational dynamic they have. The way they've captured all the fans' love over the past couple of weeks. I have never seen anything like it for On. I mean, look where they came from.
Yeah, of course, winning the...
They did double duty at Turkey Slam, back-to-back matches.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of weird, right? Control Chaos, this is not Control Chaos energy. You know how we are when we come out to this ring. Yeah, but it's not the same tonight. Nah, it's not the same tonight. You know why it's not the same? Two cowards. The Broad Street Bullies.
For those of you who don't know, last week the Broad Street Bullies got in their car and they drove to our dojo. They came into our house and they attacked us in front of our students. And for what? For a shot at our tag team championships. Boys, all you had to do was ask. We're fighting champions. We would have given it to you. But instead, you had to go ahead and you had to cross the line. So now tomorrow, at One Last Fight, you're not just getting a match for our tag team championships, you're getting a fight.
Some of the most disrespectful things the Broad Street Bullies have ever done to anyone.
One Last Fight. You guys excited? You guys excited for One Last Fight? Yeah, we're excited for One Last Fight. But you know what else we're excited for? This is TRL. Yeah, that's right. We're in our gear. We saw the Bullies in the back. You know what? If you got any guts, Bullies, why don't you come out to this ring right now? Because we don't got to wait till Saturday.
See the softies answer. There's the music for On.
Okay, we're gonna see this 17 hours early.
We are not cowards.
And for
What
free.
We are bullies. Yeah, so what? We attacked you from behind. So what? We came to your dojo. I want you looking over your shoulder, Joe. I want you looking over your shoulder, Jay. I want you looking left. I want you looking right. I want you looking up. I want you looking down.
You know what? It's funny. We're looking at you right now. You know what we see? Two cowards.
You're calling us cowards.
I love when people get under their skin.
Buckos! You eliminated us from the tag team battle royale. You took, shut your mouth. You took what should be ours. I'll tell you what, it's all forgiven. But everything that's happening to you two right now is your fault. But I'll tell you what, Saturday, we're going to take those titles from you and let these guys get back to doing their stupid kung fu or whatever it is you guys do. That's big fight.
Yeah, that's funny. That's a clever way to, spin the words a little bit. But at the end of the day, they're all words. Words. And we're done with words. Let's go.
Come on. Oh.
Gauntlet has been thrown down by Controlled Chaos.
They're looking to go right now. They don't want to wait 17 hours.
Were you about to get this match for free for On? Yeah, that was to be expected.
Bullies usually tend to do things on their own terms, not the terms that, oh, wait a minute, charging on
Just
in
like
here
that.
now.
Never take your eyes off the Broad Street Bullies, guys. Crowd knows exactly what's up with these two. Wait a minute, Ferran. That's David Goldie.
I see you guys always talking a big game. I see you guys always trying to start fights, but I never see you actually fighting. So Manley, I'm here to help you. Tonight, me and you will have a match. And we can see if you can actually fight or not. Sounds good to me. See you then.
Well, there you have it. Later tonight, Goldie versus Jake Manley.
When David Goldie speaks, the whole world listens. We have a great match on our hands, Ferran.
So we have Goldie versus Jake Manley later tonight, and then tomorrow afternoon, we have Controlled Chaos against the Broad Street Bullies for the tag titles.
It's a match I'm looking forward to the most. The father-son tandem versus the Broad Street Bullies. Tomorrow, December 14th, one last fight. It all goes down. And we still got
anxious
more
myself.
action.
We're roughly 19 hours away. I said 17. Math was never my strong suit, at least not while also doing commentary. They say in the streaming world, in that sort of thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is scheduled for one fall.
Sometimes they say that, but they also
Introducing first, from Royersford, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 175 pounds, Tim Dynamite.
And
doing math and
underrated.
streaming at the same time is not the way to go. That's
It's
where
all
I was
right.
trying to go with that.
Leave the commentary to me, Ferran. We got a very underrated mainstay on TRL, Tim Dynamite. He has been competing here for quite a while. Showed up at Turkey Slam in the Rumble. Made an impression. Kicked a few people's head off. But he's back here tonight. Wants to end 2024 with a bang. You could say a bang of dynamite, Ferran.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Oh, come on, it's funny. Regardless, Tim Dynamite, the most popular wrestler in the world as per usual. Universally loved by the fans. And who will his opponent be?
And his opponent, from Buena, New Jersey, weighing in at 195 pounds, Clockwork, Dylan Shaw.
Oh, this is going to be a good one, Ferran.
Fairly new to the mix here. Let's see, as we approach the new year, if time will look better here for Clockwork Dylan Shaw.
Clockwork Dylan Shaw made his first TRL appearance after Turkey Slam. He wrestled the God of Dadbot as his very first match. Since then, with every match, he's gotten better and better in ring. Let me tell you something about this man. He is deceptively strong, has some of the most hard-hitting moves available. And if I were Tim Dynamite, I'd probably watch out right about now.
Well, Dynamite certainly no shortage of confidence.
Hey, when has that ever hurt anyone in wrestling except for all the time?
Well, there is the bell. We are set to go.
Immediately into a headlock from Tim Dynamite. He's wasting no time.
Just showing that attitude from the self-professed mean streets of Royersford.
Was a significantly more brutal shoulder tackle than what we're used to seeing from Tim Dynamite. Dylan with the drop down. Throws
He has
the
an
line.
axe to grind here.
Oh, baby. Good old-fashioned drop down, hip toss, arm drag. There's one of those good old back elbows.
And a vicious neck breaker. Now hooks the inside leg. Gets about a 1.5 count, but you can see Dynamite still reeling after that.
Well, I say those moves hurt a lot more than they look. Tim Dynamite's got to be reeling. Up and over is Dylan. Less than a minute in and already pleading for mercy.
Well, he said wait, and, well, waited right for that enziguri.
Dylan, I love you, man. Got to chalk that one up to rookie inexperience. Don't ever fall for something like that again. Oh.
Left hand to the midsection. Snap-mared over.
Oh, here comes the mean Streets of Royersford combo. With the elbow
Mean
drop.
Streets elbow. That only garners a 2 count, however.
Tim has hit quite a few wrestlers with that Mean Streets combo, myself included. Man put some sauce on that elbow drop. Dylan crashing chest first into that buckle. At this point, Ferran, do you think it's a matter of in-ring experience?
I mean, that certainly is a factor. I mean, there are a number of different factors that come into play here. I mean, experience certainly one. I think there might be a slight strength advantage on the part of Dynamite as well.
Saying Tim Dynamite's wrestled all over, including on TRL for most of the year. This is Dylan Shaw's 3rd TRL match ever. He's holding his own. He's catching with the rights. Tim Dynamite not going to let Dylan get his moment, though.
Now, having a few more words with the audience here, but just right back in for a suplex. Floats over, and not even going for a cover, just a series of left hands. Dynamite the southpaw here.
Dynamite going watch and learn, kid. Yo, at this point, I just want to let nature take his course. Let karma do its thing to Tim Dynamite, I say. And hopefully Dylan brings that to him. As you see Tim Dynamite trying to choke the air out of Dylan. The hand fall. Oh, the hand falls.
Yeah, falls 3 times. The ref's gonna.
Oh, what?
A little bit of fight left here, at least trying to get some separation, at least up to a vertical base.
Be grateful that hand fell on Tim Dynamite's neck and not the mat, otherwise this match would have been over. Pure, oh, hell, what a wonderful chop by Tim Dynamite. Dylan Shaw's chest already turning red.
Shoulder first into the post.
I guess that chop kind of backfired. The pain causing Dylan Shaw to fall out of the corner, inadvertently causing Dynamite to post the shoulder in. This could be the opening Dylan needs. What was that lightning strike?
A series of back elbows.
Tucks the line. Good old Russia. Oh! He's going for a Russian leg sweep.
But instead, Tim Dynamite said niet.
Dylan still has a little bit of fight in him. Going to the second rope with that axe handle to the skull. Tim Dynamite's legs a little wobbly.
Now
there's the Russian leg sweep.
Hooks both legs, but can't quite secure the victory.
Got to put more mustard on that, Dylan. Keep going at him. Keep hitting him with more moves. Keep him down. Turn up the pain, I say. Turn up the pain. Is he calling for that 13th hour clothesline for Ron? Ducks it. Well scouted.
Nice waist lock here, perhaps looking. Nope, not getting the O'Connor roll.
Oh! Elbow to the dome. Nobody's home in the skull of Tim Dynamite. Oh!
Pele kick.
Tim Dynamite, athletic as ever. There's a DDT.
That could do it here, too, and yes, it does.
Here is your winner, Dynamite.
Well, you put up a good fight, Dylan, but unfortunately for you, the Dynamite went off with a bang tonight. Tim getting a win on TRL, capping off an eventful 2024. This is a wonderful way to end Tim Dynamite's year, Ferran.
Couldn't stop the fuse in time. That might have been a good way to put it as well.
And I'll say what my high school coach used to say to me every year, maybe next year, kid, in regards to Dylan Shaw. He's got a bright future ahead of him, though. But for now, tonight, the win goes to Tim Dynamite.
Most certainly does, and there's a little more action to come here both tonight as well as tomorrow. We are just a little over 18 hours away from one last fight where we are going to see, among other things, a tag team dog collar match.
And it's a heated one, too. These teams have been going at it for almost half the year, Ferran.
Most certainly. You've seen It's Complicated, the team of Christian Darling and Stevie Brooks, against the Heavenly Icons, the Notorious Mimi, as well as the inevitable icon, Travis Jacobs.
Ever since Christian Darling took the arena title from Travis Jacobs, both these teams have been in some serious bad blood lately, and it all boils over tomorrow night.
Your next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
Brian Murphy!
world famous Monster Factory, weighing in at 220
Wait, I'll get the shirt!
pounds,
I got the shirt!
Brian
I got the shirt! I love you, Brian Murphy!
Certainly a highlight of the night.
He's my brother right here. Commentary partner, we both put up with Ferran's crap, but like, this man is making his
Beg your
dreams
pardon?
come true. Hey, ignore that statement. Brian Murphy, always a joy to be around, both in the ring and outside of it. He's got a chance to cap off his 2024 with a wonderful win, a wonderful Christmas gift. Ah.
That might be easier said than done.
Well, I love you, Brian. Hope good luck in there. You got to go through this guy.
And his opponent, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing in at 275 pounds, the inevitable icon, Travis Jacobs.
Travis Jacobs taking the look from the 80s biker gang. We got the chain scarf. We got the leather jacket with the hood. I
He's
wouldn't
gearing up for the dog collar match tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. I would not want to cross this man if my life depended on it. Probably the biggest dude here at the Monster Factory. I'm telling you, if he really wants to, he can put a hole in the ceiling in the shape of his poor victim. He is that strong. He is that talented and athletic. I love you, Brian Murphy. Good luck.
I've followed the entire career here of Travis Jacobs, and this is probably the best shape that I've seen him in, and he has been rather dominant here. One of the most acclaimed individuals in the history of the MFPW.
When you spend enough time around someone and they go through a transformation like that, you don't really realize it until like they've already gotten there. And then you look back at it and you're like, oh my God, this man is so much more athletic than we realized. That's Travis Jacobs right now. This is a brand new version of TJ. Look at that, just muscling Brian Murphy back into the corner with ease.
I mean, certainly nobody to take lightly. A former two-time heavyweight champion here at
Brian.
the MFPW.
Brian, get out of there.
Two-time supersonic champion, former arena champion, former record 4-time tag team champion.
Forget his accomplishments. Brian Murphy's life is in danger. If Travis connects with one of those chops, that could be a broken rib, if anything. You saw what he did to Jake Manley all those months ago. His chest was busted open. There were welts all over.
Ducks the elbow, now going the other way here, and clothesline barely budges Jacobs.
Whatever you do, Brian, just avoid those chops. I'm begging you, man.
Goes for the cross body. And just held like a rag doll.
Brian Murphy is not a small dude either. Did a weight loss journey of his own. Travis caught him with ease, though. There's the crossbody takedown. Stay on him, Brian. You can do it. Everyone's the same height when they're laying down, Brian. No, don't do this.
Well, Jacob's not exactly one for introductions.
He's watching enough tape. What is Brian doing? What are you doing, Brian? Brian, don't do what I think you're going to do.
Again, a little too savvy for the less experienced Brian Murphy.
No, don't. Oh, no, Brian Murphy! No! Say something, brother. Tell me you're alive.
Well, he's rolled back into the ring.
Don't kill the man, Travis.
Again, Travis just giving a very brief sample of what we may see tomorrow in that dog collar match. And we haven't even seen the chain involved. This is just the physicality that he brings to the table.
Imagine a chain wrapped around Travis's hand as he does a chop. Christian Darling, Stevie Brooks. Here's your preview. Just toying with Brian Murphy now.
I mean, I can't imagine too many sadists who would appreciate that type of violence.
There's a few. Crowd not into Travis right now. Whoa!
Vertical suplex, and now
I think I just saw the ring bounce for Ron.
most certainly, and that much torque being involved only garners a 2, though.
Brian Murphy
Credit to the
survives,
resilience,
though.
The resilience of Brian Murphy.
Of course, you can't keep Brian Murphy down forever. He'll always find a way to get back up. Oh, look at that. Using the ropes, ignoring the referee's count. He's got to listen or he'll be disqualified.
And Murphy again trying to pull himself up to a vertical base and just standing in weight is Travis Jacobs, the inevitable icon, with another clothesline.
Can I just say, a man Travis's size can do the most basic moves, and they will hurt so much more because every wrestler is super weak to gravity. You cannot escape. You are falling from a height of about a foot to 2 feet higher than you would if an average wrestler gave you a suplex or a body slam or a choke slam. If you get caught with one of Travis's power moves, at its peak, the air is about 10 degrees cooler than the ground.
Yes, the extra height that comes into play, certainly just another factor to the tenacity that is Travis Jacobs, the inevitable icon.
Not the kick to the back, Travis. No, it's not good.
Travis showing his versatility as a potential place kicker, I suppose. Although I don't know too many spines that are used in place of footballs.
Travis signaling for a big forearm coming in. But Brian Murphy caught with the surprise elbow.
And a boot as well.
Up to the second rope, in your words, the most dangerous rope. There's the elbow to the dome of Travis, and the big man is down. Come on, Brian. Don't give up. This could be your chance.
Well, Travis Jacobs down in the middle of the ring, so I mean that just further proves the point. The second rope is the most dangerous rope.
There's a back elbow. Momentum is starting to favor the voice of the Monster Factory. Oh, don't swing both arms at him. Oh,
Looking for that headbutt, but not to be.
Oh, shrugs him off, holds onto the rope. Oh. Gets the headbutt to the sternum. 6 minutes in, it's time for introductions. He's Brian Murphy, everyone, and he just did a hip attack into the corner. Followed by a bulldog.
Will this be enough here? Hooks
Come on,
the leg.
Brian. Ah.
2 count and barely.
Brian, just keep it up, man. Keep up the temperature. Turn up the pain. Put some more sauce on those hip attacks. Oh, he's going for that kill switch move he does. And again,
Just
right
a little
to the
out
back.
of position and
No way. Are we getting
Right
a
into the-
travesty? Oh, counters.
No, counters a travesty.
Just for a, was that a headbutt? No way. Oh my God, Brian Murphy!
Back suplex.
Are you a Hercules? That man is almost 300 pounds! There's the kill switch! Oh, you can do it! You can do it! Come on, Brian! Oh my God!
Almost a major upset, but just a whisker away.
Brian, you had him! You were this close, man! Oh my
The crowd
God.
certainly on the side here of Brian Murphy.
There's a chance. You have a chance, Brian. You have a chance, Brian. Kick his ass, Brian. Oh, catches the hip attack. Oh, no. Oh!
Muscled over for the travesty.
The absolute gnarliest travesty I have ever seen, and that'll do it.
Here is your winner, Travis Jacob.
Someone check on Brian, make sure he's okay.
And Jacob's already looking for, looking for the disdain from the crowd and certainly getting it, but also looking towards the dog collar tag team match tomorrow night. It'll be Jacobs and the Notorious Mimi against,
Oh,
it's
wait a
complicated,
second.
making their way to the
Speaking
ring
of,
now.
it's complicated. Look
Christian
behind you,
Darling,
Travis.
Stevie Brooks.
Oh!
A little preview, perhaps, of what we might see tomorrow afternoon. 18 hours away.
It is a dog collar tag team match. These teams will not be able to run. I don't think they want to. They want to beat the crap out of each other, and it happens tomorrow night, December 14th. Be there.
Still to come tonight, of course, we have David Goldie taking on Jake Manley. We saw the challenge laid out earlier.
It's complicated. Celebrate. This could be their momentum they need to win that dog collar match. We'll see how it all pans out tomorrow night, December 14th. Right.
And before we go on here, I want to take a brief moment here, if I may, to wish one of our coaches a happy birthday as Missy Sampson.
Missy Sampson, happy birthday with Sent With Love from the world famous Monster Factory. And here's Saul.
And now for something completely different.
Is that a leather suit, Baron? Genuine question.
I would imagine so, but I am certainly no fashionista.
Neither is Saul, it appears like. Nevertheless, we get to hear this man talk. So bring on another episode of the Saul Show for us, Saul.
Evening. Welcome to the Saul Show. 'Tis the season and all that. You know, it is the holidays, and of course, when you think about the holidays, I think about one thing: loneliness. There's a lot of loneliness this time of year, and
Who are you, the Grinch?
I figure, why not play into it and
we're over here, Bob.
come out here and be left alone? I can't look that way. It would annoy me so.
Look at this guy in the holiday spirit. We got the green middleweight medallion holder, Mark Raspa Jr. And of course, one mainstay of TRL, one reason why this show is as popular as it is those people right there, the Raspa Maniacs. Where Raspa goes, they follow every single freaking week.
Well, there's the reason the shirt reads Total Raspa Live.
It's Raspa's world, and we are all just happy to live in it, Ferran. It's been an interesting battle of the good-looking hairstyles, Ferran, though.
Mark Raspa Jr., the middleweight champion of the Monster Factory. What are you doing bothering me tonight?
Well, Saul, I'm gonna face our fans right now. Face my friends. Saul, I'm out here because I have the opportunity for a middleweight medallion massacre on 34th Street fight tomorrow.
But at 541 Mantua Ave.
One last fight.
That's the bit.
The mystery, though, is who's my opponent.
Yes, we are all dying to know who will be challenging for the middleweight championship tomorrow at one last fight.
And to be honest with you, Saul, I don't know. I wasn't told who my opponent was. I was just told the match is happening.
Well, this might be a clue as to who his opponent is. Here comes Oliver, fresh cut and all.
Hey, Oliver. Happy holidays. What are you doing here?
Mark Raspa Jr., I've noticed that there is an open slot in the challengers column in the middleweight medallion or street fight tomorrow. And I just wanted to say, I don't know if you remember, but you owe me one. One random TRL, I saved you from world renown. Shut up, that joke has always been stupid. And so have you.
Oliver, I remember. I do remember. I do owe you one. I'm a man of my word, and I will give you. I'll give you your chance tomorrow. Sure, if you want to be my opponent, but to my understanding, this is an open invite. I'm open to any and all competitors.
This is an open invite tomorrow for the middleweight championship, but the Soul Show is not an open invite. I invite the guests here, and so I suppose that should really wrap up that portion of the show.
Love coming out to the Saul Show uninvited. It's Tim Dynamite.
Usually yelling relax doesn't get people to relax.
What do you mean? It works every time.
I have a microphone, Paulsboro, which means I can be louder than each and every single
man is so captivating.
Considering the fact that we're talking about the middleweight medallion, I think it's appropriate that somebody worthy of challenging for said medallion should answer the open challenge for one last fight. As you all just saw, I was victorious earlier this evening. And funny enough, that was my third victory tonight. Because earlier I defended something of mine in an open challenge, and just a few short hours prior, I was back home in the mean streets of Royersford, Pennsylvania, where I beat the brakes off of some dumbass who couldn't hang. And you want to know why? Because you can't deny Dynamite.
That is true. You cannot deny Dynamite. But wow, the questions I now have for you, most likely, the first question, of course, is, can I see that microphone for a second? Give me that. Welcome to the Saul Show. So, sounds like you have your work cut out for you. You have Ollie here. You have Tim Dynamite. Open challenge.
I got one thing. Tim, you don't even train at this wrestling school.
That is true.
And thank God he doesn't. One less person I would have to deal with over there.
Speaking of annoying people we have to deal with, here's horrible.
So much for a wonderful Christmas time.
I know.
At least they ditched the carol.
I know that all you losers and halfwits are really disappointed. Probably maybe more disappointed than I am that we're not going to be in the main event and one last fight tomorrow. But I see this as an amazing opportunity because a massacre on 34th Street Fight. That's correct, Mark. That's what it is. A massacre on 34th Street Fight. That sounds like a very naughty kind of match. And let me tell you, folks, my posse is very, very naughty. The hottest posse in professional wrestling. The posse that's always posse, that's always popping. Pete's posse. So here's what I'm going to do. I think that I'm going to insert one of my men into your match tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But wait.
This is a kid's show.
Which one is it going to be? Could it be the Beast of the Seven Fishes by Italian Tank?
I mean, maybe half of him would be a
Could
middleweight.
it be the
No, it's two people.
irredeemable Isaac Taylor? No. This match calls for someone who's really, really naughty, someone who is bad, someone who is muy malo. Did you know that in Spanish malo means bad?
Oh my God, really,
You're gonna
Pete
face
Carter?
Muy Malo, Milton Malo tomorrow at one last fight.
I love you, Pete.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, you guys deserve a show, and it looks like you're going to get one. Tomorrow, the Middleweight Championship Open Challenge seems to be more than filled, Mark. Thank you all for joining me on the Saul Show and annoying me. And you guys can leave at any time you'd like. Tim, there's the door. Champ, good luck.
Guys, looks like we got our work cut out for us. Looks like we got 4 people. So I'll see you all tomorrow.
Indeed you will.
Oh.
Oliver getting a little handsy there.
Got a 4-way set for tomorrow. Raspa, Oliver, Dynamite, and Milton Malo.
Ollie, you going to take that?
Saul, ever the instigator.
Yeah, save it for tomorrow.
Oh no! A awful low blow from Oliver to the champion. And now he's got 2 steel chairs.
We have quite the Saul Show this evening. Mark Raspa appears to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, Saul, quit stealing my
Like I
job.
said,
Whose job?
Not the chair shot to the back. Oliver, how could you, man? Oliver with some dastardly plans for Raspa.
No,
this
no,
isn't
no.
right.
Whoa,
this
no,
isn't
no.
right, Oliver. Oh!
join us tomorrow for one last fight, and the evidently killable Mark will be defending his middleweight championship in an open challenge.
Oliver, quit it! You've made your point. Get out of there. Good on the
Referee's
referees for
stopping.
getting in there.
Oliver just in the nick of time, but
Get this
tomorrow
wannabe
in
lumberjack
that
out of
massacre
here.
on 34th Street fight, but actually at 541 Mantua Avenue, that's as legal as a headlock.
As legal as a headlock, yeah. Except there's going to be a lot more candy canes and Christmas fear tomorrow night. That's
Well, what kind of condition will Mark Raspa be in after Oliver getting things started early here?
Regardless of that, I want Raspa to knock Ollie out with that steel chair. An attack like that, not provoked at all. Not cool of Oliver. Sending our best thoughts and wishes to our champion.
If we get any word on Mark Raspa Jr.'s condition, we'll certainly pass it your way here while we're on TRL.
It's been a wonderful show for on, but it is time for our main event.
Most certainly is. Let's go to the ring.
Paulsboro, New Jersey. This is your main event of the evening.
Shout out to Skylar, our ring announcer, here all the way from
The
Colorado.
following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the 215, weighing in at 215, Jake Manley.
You know, Ferran, one of my favorite things about TRL is always watching these two jerks get what's coming to them, honestly. And I feel that Jake's opponent tonight, David Goldie, is more than capable of putting a bully in his place. What do you think?
Well, I think that the opinions expressed are solely those of Devlin Ridley and in no way reflect the thoughts of Ferran Burgundy. I don't want these bullies coming after me. I'm not about... You're the one calling them jerks here.
Monster Factory, I'm doing commentary with the coward. More at 11. Regardless, Jake's got his work cut out for him.
And his opponent, from Marlton, New Jersey, weighing in at 217 pounds, David Goldie.
Look at that man, Ferran. A perfect wrestler from the ground up. You could not ask much more from a wrestler than Monster Factory's own David Goldie.
He has said since day one that he is born better, and he has certainly backed it up over time. Tonight he is going to attempt to prove that once again here to one half of the Broad Street Bullies in Jake Manley.
A massive match. Bit of a throwback to our early days of TRL. Back before Jake was a Broad Street Bully, he wrestled Goldie in one of his first matches here at the Monster Factory. It all comes full circle tonight on the last TRL of 2024. So let's see some fireworks, gentlemen. Goldie, one of the most athletic people I've ever seen in my life. Going up against the brutal Jake Manley. Starting things off with a good old-fashioned wrist lock here.
I just had to double check to make sure you weren't talking out of your other end here, but yes, it was TRL 4 back in August of 2023 that Goldie and Jake Manley had faced off, and it was Goldie who was the victor there. Will history repeat itself here tonight? Or will things have altered and shifted a little bit here? We'll certainly see. Drop toe hold, and now cinching onto that lower leg, the calf and the ankle.
Jake Manley has grown a lot since then. I mean, it's really wild seeing these older TRLs and looking at where everyone has grown. Jake grew into being the Broad Street Bully. He has brutalized everyone in his path, carved out a path for himself and Liam Black. He's calling his shot against David Goldie right now. Good waist lock. Goldie managing to get out of it. Going for the leg. Taking him down. Well, don't give him your back, Goldie. Going for an Americana, looks like.
Rolling through, still has the arm, now into a standing waist lock.
Goldie doing a finger lock. Punch to the gut. We're going for a monkey flip. Oh! Goldie lucky to make sure his head didn't collide with Jake's. Now Jake, that test of strength.
Manley with the advantage.
Headlock of his own. Goldie, one of the best leapfrogs up backwards.
Taking a page out of Saquon Barkley's book before hitting the cross body.
Goldie athletic as ever. Oh, he's gone. Another monkey flip. Oh! And Manley goes flying. Those quads of Goldie must be made of steel. Look at the height he got on that Bandero. But Goldie sent to the outside.
And down to the floor.
Hung up on the top rope, clutching that throat. Always will do some damage. You can't wrestle well like Goldie does if you can't breathe. And Jake knows that. Back suplex onto the apron, the second hardest part of the ring for On.
Didn't realize you had them ranked like Family Feud answers.
For On, we're both nerds.
Manley
I have
stepping
everything
through
ranked.
the rope. Oh, now right onto the back of the head.
Manley got to focus on that throat and neck area of Goldie. I said it before a couple of minutes ago. Don't care if you're the best wrestler on the planet. If you have no air coming in or no blood flow, you can't feel your arms, you can't wrestle.
Certainly works that way. A 1 count now is a quick kick out from Goldie after the lateral press, but now continuing to work on that upper back.
He's got a nice chin lock in. Both arms trying to wrench that head back, kind of like accentuate that neck damage he did earlier.
It was also in the process driving the knee into those upper thoracic vertebrae of the spine. And yeah, I mean, most people think of the cervical ones around the neck and of course the lumbar and the lower back, but those thoracic ones, they can be damaging. I know somebody who shattered their T12 bone and they're paralyzed from the waist down.
God, you're a nerd. But no, Goldie taking a lot of offense to the back of his neck. Manley will be zeroing in on that spot. An uppercut to the back. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care if you're built like Hercules or how good of a wrestler you are. We are all limited by the the boundaries of biology.
And now by centrifugal force here after that torture rack airplane spin.
Of course, the airplane spin, a move that has been making a bit of a comeback in recent weeks for On. It is absolutely incapacitating. When you're up on the shoulders for that long, spinning around, you lose track of everything around you. Your body stops working.
The equilibrium certainly thrown off, and now Manley just pounding forearms again onto that upper back and back of the neck.
Taking advantage of Goldie's dizziness. Now he's got the back. He's got the legs hooked. He's got the grapevines in. He's got a sleeper hold in. Now Goldie needs to get his left leg around Jake Manley's right ankle. He can get him into an ankle lock using his legs, counter the sleeper hold. He's going to opt to fight out of it.
Nope,
rolls through.
Instead, but gets it too and almost catches Manley napping.
Goldie struggling to get some air back into those lungs. Oh, Manley's up, Manley's up. Nah, right to the eyes goes Manley. Beautiful backbreaker. There's an Irish curse backbreaker for on.
Lateral press here and a 2 count. Crowd getting solidly behind Goldie here.
If there's any wrestler on this roster that I think can take the full brunt of Jake Manley's brutality and throw it right back into his face, it is this one, David Goldie. Oh no. Oh, Goldie rolling through.
Suplex attempted to a backstabber instead.
That's gotta suck, Jake Manley. But Goldie gets the space he needs. Jake is down 2. Gives Goldie time. It gives Goldie room to catch his
certainly
breath.
Does. Our main event here at TRL 67. Jake Manley of the Broad Street Bullies taking on David Goldie. Both will be in action tomorrow afternoon at one last fight. But here, it's one more night before one last fight.
And both these men, for going all technique, just want to slug it out in the middle of the ring with those forearms. Goldie seems to have the upper hand. Manley sent reeling. There's a line from Goldie.
Now picking up the momentum here.
He's through the third line. Oh. Oh! Manley might be out after that one, Ferran. Deadlift German suplex!
With a bridge and a 2.5.
Goldie, you are Hercules, my man. Oh no. What's Goldie thinking? What's Goldie
going
thinking?
from Hercules
What?
to Icarus possibly.
Oh! Manley countering our monitors went out for a second. He's got the hooks in. Goldie needs that ankle lock. Goldie needs to find a way out of this. He fought out of it once before. You see Goldie's right arm is in between. Manley doesn't quite have the neck.
Trying to find that cinch in now. Has the arm trapped, that right arm trapped close to the neck.
Oh, Goldie, though, able to get back to his feet. Deadlifting Jake Manley up. Stunner takes Jake Manley off of him.
Bit of a variation with the leg splayed, but just as effective.
And now Goldie gets some room to think of a game plan. How do I put Jake Manley away? Oh! You do it like that!
Kick.
2 heels to the forehead will knock out anyone. I don't care how strong you are.
I was looking for that fisherman suplex.
But Manley.
Oh, now Manley giving as good as he gets here with a bridge, too, and almost beat Goldie with his own move.
Eat your heart out, Goldie. That's how you do a fisherman suplex. Crowd rallying behind Goldie here. Manley's got
Now
Goldie
up
up.
on the shoulders.
Oh. Goldie catches Manley on the side
right
of the
to the
kick.
face.
Manley's perhaps looking for the DVD. There's a fisherman suplex.
Fisherman suplex, the bridge, and 2 3/4.
That is a picture-perfect bridge for on. Something only really David Goldie can pull off.
A testament to Jake Manley. I mean, he is somebody who knows how to fight, and he was able to fight out of it there. And now Goldie going all the way up, but crouched on the top there and right into the fireman's carry.
Perfect position for the DVD of Manley's. There it is.
The 2-1 drive. Will that be enough here? Hooks both legs, but
just
Goldie
barely.
snuck the right shoulder up off the mat before the 3 count.
Manley's 2-1 drive is one of the most brutal moves on this entire roster. You see, Manley puts such force into driving his opponent to the mat. He himself is flung upwards by Newton's third law, but Goldie here comes with a springboard knee. Oh, he's not done. Going for the Ushigoroshi, 10.5 minutes in. There's the Ushigoroshi. Can Jake Manley survive? No, it's curtains.
Here is your winner, David Goldie.
It goes to Goldie, everyone.
Goldie with an impressive victory.
Oh,
And
here comes
Liam Black.
Goldie behind you, Goldie behind you. Oh, come on, man. We're sore losers. Here comes Mike Z, the champion of the Monster Factory. He's got something to do to Liam. He's gonna even the playing field. He's gonna drop the mic.
Mic drop.
Mike Z coming to the aid of his tag partner. Here's World Renowned. Brian Morris leading the charge.
And
From
going right
behind
after
Mike Z.
Z.
Chris Desmond, though.
It'll be World Renowned taking on the Monster Factory All-Stars. Goldie, Mike Z, and
Is Chris Desmond reluctant to beat up Mike Z and Goldie? Brian Morris wants Desmond to give Z a heat seeker?
well, Desmond's kind of thinking, well, we don't need to do this. We can just beat them tomorrow. And Morris thinking, well, if we beat them up now, then it'll be easier to beat them tomorrow. So 2 different philosophies, and now 2 different right hands, one from Goldie, one from Mike Z on Brian Morris, who rolls out before getting a potential mic drop.
Chris Desmond just left his world-renowned stablemate high and dry in the middle of a ring with 2 hungry sharks in Mike Z and David Goldie. What's going on with World Renowned Ferran?
We'll certainly have to find out tomorrow at One Last Fight. Thank you all for tuning in.
One Last Fight, your main event. World Renowned takes on David Goldie, the Monster Factory champion, guaranteed Mike Z, and a mystery partner. Bell time, 4 p.m.
It all comes your way 17.5 hours from now. For Devlin Ridley, I'm Ferran Burgundy. We'll see you tomorrow for One Last Fight. Good night, everybody.
Might get these tables reserved, might get the tables to turn. This is absurd. Girls on the couch with